Welcome back to Double Sleeved MTG. I'm Seth, and I'm bringing you some more exciting CEDH gameplay. In this video, we're joined by Tony of the Aether Drop channel and the artist Zach, aka Snowballin26. Before we get in the gameplay, I want to remind you that Guy and I will be at MagicCon Chicago, so make sure you say hey and ask us about our new bird token. Now, let's get into the gameplay. Alright, let's check out the decks that everyone will be playing today. First up, we have Guy, Breya, Ethereum Shaper. His hand is an Imperial Seal, Marsh Flat, Swords to Plowshare, Enlightened Tutor, Arcane Signet, and he mulled a One Ring and a Pact of Negation. Next up, we have Tony, piloting Kinnan, Bonder Prodigy. His hand is a Copy Artifact, Wandering Archaic, Windswept Teeth, Polluted Delta, Basalt Monolith, Forbidden Orchard, and a Phyrexian Metamorph. Zach is piloting Plagon, Lord of the Beach. His hand is a Flooded Strand, Arid Mesa, Mental Misstep, an Island, Esper Sentinel, Force of Will, and Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. Finally, we have myself, in 4th seat, piloting Tymna and Kraum. My hand is an Enlightened Tutor, City of Brass, Watery Grave, Mnemonic Betrayal, Mox Opal, and I also mulled a Pact of Negation and a Grand Abolisher. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the gameplay.
I will draw. I'll play a Marsh Flats and I will pass turn.
I'll draw. I'll play a Windswept Heath and also pass the turn. That's nice to go away.
Hey, draw. I'd like to show you guys a Flooded Strand. If we can shortcut it, I'll crack, pay a life, get a Tundra, pay 1 white. I will show you all an Esper Sentinel.
I'm going to respond. I'm going to crack. Off of that crack, I will go get a Scrubland and I will cast an Enlightened Tutor. I will get a Mana Vault.
If Esper's good, I will shift the turn.
Upkeep, draw. I will play a City of Brass and pass the turn.
I will untap, upkeep, and draw this mystery card. I'm going to cast a Mana Vault. I cannot pay for Esper Sentinel.
Thanks, sir.
Tap for 2 of it to cast an Arcane Signet. Use a black of it to cast an Imp Seal.
Imp Seal on the stack. I'm going to Enlighten Tutor. Can't
Esper
pay.
trigger.
I'm getting an Esper Sentinel.
Is Imp Seal good?
Imp Seal's good.
Oh, let's do. All right, I got my card. I pass.
Fetch your end step.
Why did I not get Soul Ring?
I'm Breeding Pool.
No, see, what I'm doing here is I play much worse on camera, so people think I'm a bad player when they see me in a tournament.
It's a strat.
Pro strats.
Got a turn. Draw. I'm going to play Forbidden Orchard, and I'm going to play a Simic Signet. I give a guy. Yeah, you've got that. And somebody gets a 1/1 color spirit. Let's give it to the guy. And after that, I'm good. I'm chilling after that.
Let's have a upkeep, draw. Arid Mesa for land. We'll do Mox Amber. I would like to pay 1 life to search. End up paying 2 more. Go ahead and shock in Hallowed Fountain. I'm gonna show you all Naven. Demon of Iteration. If that's good, I will be passing turn though with 7 cards in hand.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play an Underground Sea.
Foil Underground Sea.
Yeah, it's that new Secret Lair you missed.
Oh yeah.
I will play my Esper Sentinel, pay 1 life.
Oh man, that's what your whole channel does, and you missed that Secret Lair.
Yeah, no, I'm goofing, honestly. I'm goofing. Yeah.
After the Esper, I will now pass.
I will untap. Upkeep, I will not pay. I will draw, and then I will pay the idiot tax on Mana Vault. I will then play this card that I got off Imp Seal, being Command Tower. I'm gonna tap for 3. I'm gonna cast Necropotence.
Trigger.
Y'all got him.
I hate to do it to you, guy. I'll show you a swan song.
Esper trigger.
I am unable to pay.
This is what I get for being dumb. Yeah, it gets countered, and I get a bird. I'll pass turn.
I'll play Polluted Delta. Please don't stifle this. I'm gonna fetch. Let's find a, that card, the blue-green one. What's like Breeding Pool, but it's not Breeding Pool.
Drop Island?
Yeah, the one I have 2 copies of, but always forget the name of somehow. Cool. I will cry, but I'm gonna attempt to put my Kinnan. I'm going to then play this thing that I did not recognize as a Soul Ring immediately, but it is a Soul Ring.
Esper trigger.
You got it.
Can I get another spirit?
You got a spirit, bro. Have it. I will tap a Soul Rings for 3 mana. I will float one of those mana. I'll float 2 blue and a green. Like to spend the green into colorless for Basalt Monolith.
Let me ask you, Tony, do you know what Basalt does in Kinnan?
I know that this makes infinite mana. I just don't know what my win con is. I'm going to figure it out.
Okay. Well, now you're going to have to figure out how to get that out of your graveyard. I'm going to show you a Force Will.
Shit.
Man. Oh, nuts.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, yeah,
Esper trigger, by the way, on that Force.
I can't pay, bro. You got it.
All right, cool. Does anyone else have a Basalt Monolith on board by chance?
No.
You're not going to Phyrexian Metamorph it.
Tony, I wish I could give you my Cry token, but I can't.
I have mana floating. I should probably use it. I'll use one of the blue for a Mystical Tutor. I'm going to find Mana Drain. I don't have anything else I could do with my mana, unfortunately, so that'll fizzle, and I will pass.
Untap, keep, draw. I'm gonna drop a Scalding Tarn. We'll start off with an Ornithopter. I would like to attempt to crack this and fetch a card. I'll get an island. I would like to cast Plagon, Lord of the Beach. I will have an ET.
All right, quick note here. We didn't realize until post-production that Naban's power and toughness was a 2-1, not a 1-2. So these Plagon triggers should have only drawn 4 cards, not 6. The mistake kind of hammered itself out towards the end of the game. But anyway, back to the gameplay.
Be trigger. When Plagon enters, Nabin will see that, and because Plagon is a wizard, it will trigger twice.
You're good to draw 3 twice.
Chromok.
Esper trigger.
You're gonna definitely get that. If Chromox is good, I'll imprint Chain of Vapor. I am gonna have to move through phases and discard. I'm gonna discard an island and a plains. I would pass turn.
And upkeep, draw. I will put an Ancient Tomb on the board. I will then take 2. Talisman of Dominance will not pay. I will cast a Mox Opal. I tell you what, we'll pass with interaction.
Noted. Untap. Upkeep. I will draw. I will lose 1 from Mana Vault. Cast a Ranger Captain. ETB trigger. I'll get Esper Sentinel. I pass.
No way.
Yeah, dude. I'm all to 5. Misplayed twice in the first 2 turns and then got my Necro countered.
I'll draw a mana drain. Tap Soul Ring for 3. Feed 1 into Simic Signet to get 2 blue and a green. Then I need to use 1 of the blue and 1 of the colorless to play Copy Artifact.
Are you paying the one for that copy artifact?
How many cards in each hand, right, currently?
I have 8.
Hey, the one who has 8? No, you don't get to draw. The other one, yeah, you got it.
So I get to draw?
Yeah, you get the draw. I'll tap this Mana Vault for 4, bringing my colorless mana total up to 5. I will activate Kinnan. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
big old nothing. Sick. I'm just going to do the big old Passeroonie. I'll pass after that.
At your end step, I would like to pay 1 blue and cast an Essence Flux, targeting Plagon.
Esper trigger.
You got it, bud. Plagon will flicker. He'll ETB. Nabin will see that, and we'll have 2 triggers. Draw 6 cards. Still in your end step, Enlighten Tutor. I'm gonna get this spell book and put it on top of my library. Untap, upkeep, draw outer card waste for land. I will go ahead and show y'all a spell book.
Esper trigger.
You got it.
Draw.
I will show y'all an Eldrazi Displacer.
God damn it.
What does the Eldrazi Displacer do?
It's another.
It's a 3/3. I can pay 3 colorless, exile another target creature, and then return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control.
Notable, he currently doesn't have any untapped colorless producing sources
At the moment, yeah.
I do not.
until he plays a Mana Vault. But that is 4 mana, so it does net on Mana Drain.
It does. This will be a problem in that I know this card. This is one of the few cards I know. This card's strong.
Displacer?
Yeah.
I just put it in, man. Everyone's been telling me like,
It's Displacer Kitten at home.
yeah. The
No,
Temu kitten.
Chimu.
Is Displacer good?
I'm the one with the interaction, huh?
Yep.
Guy, get a spirit, I guess.
I appreciate you.
You're gonna show me a mana drink? I will have an Esper trigger.
I will have
Yeah,
Esper
and so will
trigger as well.
You both got it.
I will let it go. I would like to tap 2, and I'll show y'all a Grim Monolith. I'll tap this for 4 mana. I'll show y'all the One Ring. With Spellbook on table, don't have to discard. I'll pass turn.
I'll untap, upkeep, and draw. Play a Volcanic Island. Cast
your
a
Ranger
Mockingbird.
Captain.
X equals 2. Is this the point of interaction, Mr. Ball?
You got it, brother.
You
All
could say
right.
the ball's in his court.
Ooh.
Mockingbird ETB as a Ranger Captain. Ranger Captain
Yeah.
trigger. I will go get Ragavan.
Yes.
I will attempt to cast the monkey. All I got. I'm doing my cleanup. I will discard a Marsh Flats and a Watery Grave. That I will pass.
Oh, untap, upkeep, and I'll draw, and I already took my 1 off of Mana Vault. Esper Sentinel, I'm gonna swing 2 down at Snow.
I'll
Block
take
with the
2
Ornithopter.
damage.
No,
I'll
block
take
with the
2.
Ornithopter.
I gotta keep my little Thopter, dude.
Alright, I pass.
I'll untap. Okay, not the mana ball. I'll take a damage. I'll draw, get the mana. I will tap for 2. I'll get a 5 of it. Get 2 blue and a green. Go to 1 blue, and I will activate Kinnan. All right, here goes a big whiff, gents. 1,
Here's
2.
Con Sphinx right here.
That would
Don't
be
have to
bad.
reveal, don't have to reveal.
We'll take-
All right, well, that's a problem.
I will let this mana fizzle here that I have. Move through phases and pass. pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Consecrated Speaks trigger. I'll draw 2.
City of Brass for land. I'm gonna try and touch the Spirit Realm, the Consecrated Sphinx.
There are 2 Esper Sentinel triggers on that.
I am gonna unfortunately have to pay for it.
I would like to respond. I would like to force of negation that.
But,
Trigger 3 Esper Sentinels.
I will not pay for any Esper Sentinel trigger.
so I'm gonna respond to your draw then, Guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna attempt to show you a mana drain on the force of negation there.
Man, that's a real drain.
That's a real
Yeah.
trade. That's fine.
So mana drain resolves.
We're back now down to my Esper Sentinel trigger.
Yep.
I will draw off of Esper Sentinel.
Consecrated Speaks trigger. I'll draw 2.
Now we're down to Seth's Esper Sentinel trigger.
Draw.
I'll draw 2.
Now down to Zach's.
All right, I'll draw.
I'll draw 2. So then it's touch the Spirit Realm on Consecrated Sphinx. I have no response.
I will move through phases and pass turn.
On your end step, can I Psych Rift the touch the Spirit Realm?
Before that happens, would you like to activate the ring?
Might as well, because he's potentially going to get this no matter what, right? Good to draw this card. That did not help, boys.
Sweet. I'm gonna bring Consecrated Sphinx back to the battlefield.
Pass turn and cry a little bit here.
I'll untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Consecrated Sphinx trigger. Draw
You got
2.
Sphinx
Sorry.
trigger. To fix this problem, I need to swing through with Ragavan. Ragavan, I'm gonna swing at you, ball.
No response to attack is declared. I will take 2 points of damage. Flip this top card here. Let's see what we got. It is a land, sir.
I will attempt to mean bet.
Trigger Espers.
I will elect not to pay.
Esper Consecrated Sphinx trigger.
I will draw.
Cost-based Sphinx trigger.
Golly, brother. Tony, how many cards are in your hand?
14. I would like to Fierce Guardianship that.
Trigger Espers.
You
Yeah.
totally want to pay, Tony, you know?
I don't want to pay. You know, I was thinking about it. I don't want to pay, I think.
Okay, Esper's on the stack. I'm gonna Flare of Duplication, sacking Ragavan.
Ooh, spicy baby.
I will cast
Pretty
mean bet
good.
again.
It's just a copy spell.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that thing happens. You've gotten them on a trail.
Copied mean bet
I
resolving.
passed on it.
Cast a
So
dark
you-
ritual. I will make my 3 black mana. Now let's overload a Psych Rift out of Mr. Tony's graveyard.
On the stack, I would like to pay 1. Guy, would you like a spirit?
Absolutely.
I would like to play Flusterstorm. Storm counts 5, I think.
I'm gonna show you an MBT. I'll exile Bluster and all of your Storm there and your Fierce Guardianship, Tony.
Okay.
There are 2 Esper triggers.
I cannot pay.
I will draw.
I'll draw 2 off Con Sphinx.
Seth's Esper.
I'll draw.
I'll draw 2 off Con Sphinx. I have no responses.
So now we're at overloaded Psych Rift. I would like to bond by floating a white mana. That is all. Psych Rift has dissolved. There's a Fierce Guardianship on the initial meme bet, which
There's 3
caused
Esper
all
triggers
3
on
Esper
that.
triggers. So now there would be Snow's Esper trigger. Draw. Now my Esper trigger. I will draw. And
Okay.
now Seth's Esper trigger. After the Fierce, all those Esper triggers have resolved. Stack clear.
Stack is clear. I'll proceed to clean up now. I'll put a chain in my graveyard and pass.
All right, untap, upkeep, draw. Cast a Mox Diamond.
We got Esper trigger. Drawing off my Esper.
Mox Diamond resolves. I will pitch in Undercity Sewers. Mana Vault, Arcane Signet. I have 1 floating. Spend 3 to cast Ranger Captain. Ranger Captain ETB. Put Ragavan to hand. Pay 1 to cast an Esper Sentinel. Pass the turn.
Untap and draw. I'll play a Kinnan. I'll play a Rejuvenating Springs as long as you guys consider me your opponent. I'll play Soul Ring. Esper
Would you like to
triggers.
pay?
I would not. I need my mana accent right now. 3 colorless. Simic Signet. Float the 1 mana into Simic Signet. Create 2 green, 1 blue. Use 1 green and play a anywhere else. The 2 left over to play Bloom Tender. Guys, I want to give it the spirits to.
Yeah, giving him spirits.
Here's a Finhorn Elves. I will pass.
Upkeep, draw, go to main phase 1 and add 3 colorless to my mana pool.
Hey, real quick, I don't have a thing. I have to discard. I'm sorry. I'm discarding Ristic Study, Colossal Sky Turtle, Worldly Tutor, Sylvan Library, Tarnished Citadel, Finale Devastation, Wandering Archaic. And
I am terrified of what
Tower.
else is in his hand.
Command Tower for turn. I'll go ahead and start with the spell book.
Trigger Espers.
Y'all got it. Mox Amber, Ornithopter, Phyrexian Walker, Promox, Imprint, Flash of Duplicate. I'll throw an Esper Sentinel out there. I will show y'all Nabin again. I do have to do this. Plagon. 6 cards in hand. Going to hand. I think we just pass. Move through phases. Go to end step with 18 cards in hand, and I'll pass turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Cast Demonic Tutor.
Trigger Espers.
You got it. I will attempt to cast Grand Abolisher.
We'll let Abolisher resolve.
Okay, I will go to cleanup. I'll pitch it Savines and a Misty Rainforest, after which I'll pass.
I will untap Upkeep. I will draw. I will lose 1 to Mana Vault. Play Windswept Heath as my land for turn. Like to crack it. I will get a Tundra. I want to preference this whether I'm not pushing a win here, but I would like to crack my Ranger Captain. Toxic Deluge. What's the fattest butt?
3.
There are 2 Esper triggers. I will not pay for the Espers. I'll pay 3 to wipe the board.
I cry every time.
Cast Lotho, then go to discard. Discard Ragavan. I will pass turn after I discard.
All right, Roger. I will untap and draw. Play this fetch lands, Wooded Foothills. I'm gonna fetch for a forest, just a regular snow-covered forest even. I would like to play Spellskite. I would like to cast the Consecrated Sphinx.
Trigger Lotho.
You got it.
I will attempt to pack the Consphinx.
Man, I'd rather you didn't. Yeah, that happens, I guess. I can't really comfortably do anything about that. Yeah, that sucks. I'm done.
Untap, upkeep, draw. We'll do a Ancient Tomb for land for turn.
Yep.
I will show y'all a Shield Spear. Nice little 0/6 dude. I will have to take 3 health here. We will attempt to recast Plagon. I'll have yeah, you got it, bro.
Lose 1, create a treasure token.
Plagon trigger to draw 1 card.
Plagon ETB trigger on the stack. Pay 2 and flash in a Fairy Mastermind.
I'll draw for my Plagon trigger.
On your draw, I will have a Fairy Mastermind trigger.
I will go 2 here and Grim Monolith. I'll tap this. 3 colorless. Use 2 of it and go to 1 for an Arcane Signet. 3 Valley Flood Color. If Valley Flood Color is good though, I'm gonna move through phases and pass the turn.
Untap. Keep. Draw. Or put a Tundra down. For an insurance policy, I guess we have to ask a Ranger Captain.
ETB.
Failure to find. I'll tap. I'll take 3. I will cast Big Boy Kraum.
Trigger Lotho.
Oh, you got Lotho trigger, my friend.
No
No.
pressure.
Take 4.
All right, brother. No blocks declared.
We good to pass now?
Yeah, I'm good to pass.
Untap, upkeep, I will pay for Pact. Draw for turn. Polluted Delta as my land for turn. I would like to crack the Polluted Delta. Go get a Volcanic Island. Pay 2. I'm going to cast a Ledger Shredder. Ledger Shredder is good. I will pass turn.
Untap, draw. Fetch with Flooded Strand. I would like to play Kinnan. Tap for 6.
Wait a minute.
Green Sun.
I'll show you a Fierce, Tony.
I would like to attempt to pact it.
Lotho,
Shit.
Ledger Shredder, and Kraum triggers on the Green Sun. So those are all under this. So this Pact and Fierce are on top of those.
I'll show you a Fluster, baby.
A Fluster, that will trigger Kraum, Lotho, and Ledger Shredder. So I will resolve the Lotho first. I will get a treasure token. I will lose a life. Ledger Shredder, I will connive. I will draw a card. I'll discard Luris. I will put a +1/+1 counter on Ledger Shredder. Now we're on Kraum trigger.
I draw.
Now we're on Fluster Storm.
Yes, I will Fluster Storm your Green Sun, brother.
Cool. So Fluster counters Green Sun. Pact counters Fierce.
Triggers.
Now we're at the Lotho, Ledger Shredder, and Kraum triggers for Green Sun Zenith.
Yep.
Are we good to resolve those?
Yeah.
Cool. I will create another treasure token from Lotho, and I will connive from Ledger Shredder. Draw a card. Discard Wheel of Fortune. Kraum trigger.
I will draw.
That will trigger Fairy Mastermind.
Yeah,
I
Fairy.
will draw.
Stack is clear. Well, Sadness on the stack. Sadness resolves. I pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll show you a Flood Farm Verge 2. I'll float a colorless here and take 2 life. Attempt to touch Spirit Realm your Ranger Captain.
Hard casting.
No, I'm just channeling it.
Would like to redirect that to the spell sky.
Hey.
So the redirect of touch will happen. I'll do 3 mana here and pay 2 life. I'm gonna cast a Phyrexian Metamorph.
With him on the stack, I'll crack Ranger Captain.
You know what? I'll take a Kraum. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and start knocking some a little bit. Seth, I'll swing 4 your way, bud.
All right.
We're good, buddy.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I will cast Lion's Eye Diamond. And by the way, the Spellskite is back. I will play my Badlands for turn. Go to combat.
Beginning of combat before attackers are declared. I will take a point of damage. I'd like to flash in the One Ring. Go ahead and declare them attackers, brother.
We'll go to second main. 2 colorless, white and a black. I take 2 there. Flashback a Savines. My targets will be a Grand Abolisher.
That is your second spell, which will cause a Lotho and a Ledger Shredder trigger. and a Kraum trigger. So the Kraum will happen first because of turn priority. My Lotho trigger, lose a life, pay a trigger. I have my Ledger Shredder trigger. I will draw a card and discard a card. Discard this Rev.
All right. In response to Savine's, I would like to activate the One Ring to draw a card. I'll draw this card.
That is your second card for turn. It will trigger Fairy Mastermind. I will draw a card.
Yeah, so many cards being drawn. Well, they had a Consecrated Sphinx.
Still in response to the Savine's, I would like to cast a Mox Diamond.
Trigger Lotho, trigger Ledger Shredder, trigger Kraum. Lotho, I will lose a life and create a treasure. Ledger Shredder, I will draw a card and discard a card. I will discard Rite of Flame. No response to your Kraum trigger.
My Kraum trigger on the stack. I'll cast my Vampiric Tutor.
I'll show you a Pact of Negation targeting Savine's.
I'll show you a offer.
I will respond to the offer. I would like to MBT the stack.
I know
I'll attempt to
Force of Will, pitching.
a force of negation.
I'm good with the Force of Will on the MBT.
Offer hitting pack.
You get 2 treasures.
I'm good to go to Vampiric Tutor. Can we get a storm count? Because it will be relevant.
Brother, was my Mox Diamond good, by the way?
Oh, yeah, there's a Mox Diamond in there somewhere. Let's resolve that.
It's not like important by any means. I do have one.
Storm count 8.
I will resolve my Kraum trigger now. Savine's resolve.
Yep.
First trigger, Grand Abolisher. Second trigger.
Yep. I mean, you can put your Ranger Captain back if you really want to.
Now, I'll attempt to cast Underworld Breach. Paying 1 life. Tap the...
You don't tap LED.
I'm sacrificing the bitch.
There we go.
Pitching Felwar Stone, Tainted Pact, Final Fortune, and Necropotence. I made 3 black. I will use 2 of the black mana to cast my Demonic Tutor. I'm getting rid of land.
CEDH is so technical.
It is. I don't remember who it was I was listening to a podcast the other day. They essentially referred to as the 60 card versus CEDH format as poker versus blackjack. In 60 card, you're playing blackjack. You're just playing the card. You're playing the deck. But in poker or CEDH, you're playing the table. You're playing every player there. We're playing with the same cards. It's just different ways.
1 black mana still here. I will go to cast my LED again. Ching Stone, Mockingbird, and Esper Sentinel. 3 blue. Discarding the Brain Freeze. I will then cast said Brain Freeze. Brain Freeze, Storm on the stack. I will Flare of Duplication. Just doing this to get rid of the Kraum. Duplication, targeting the Brain Freeze. I will go to Brain Freeze myself with the first one.
The flare would cause it, you would go up to 36. It's going to be a total of 69 cards.
Nice.
Meant to do it the whole time. All that
Really
stuff
done
in my
good.
graveyard.
Initial Brain Freeze trigger. Mill another 33 cards.
I'm out.
Your
No
deck is in
cards
your
my
grave.
grave. I will cast LED, exiling 3 lands. Tap it for 3 blue. Cast Thassa's Oracle.
You got it, bro.
GG's.
I have to say that's one of the most interactive games I think we've had on the channel. Plagon's ability to withstand so much interaction while also controlling the board is insane. I believe moving forward, Plagon will continue to be a strong player in the CEDH meta. Now, if you have a deck like Plagon that you'd like to see on the channel, please let us know in the comments below. And as always, links to our featured guests are in the description below. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when we upload new content. And until then, thanks for watching.